Hello and welcome, I'm Tavleen and today we're talking about your one reason to be very excited before 2020. Well, actually this is a news which is for UpStroke users as well as Order Bump users. So if you're doing pre-purchase cross-selling or post-purchase upselling, well, this is a very relevant update for you. And of course, it's also the most awaited one. So, we had lots of people asking us, when is this coming? And guess what? With this video, it is finally here. So what am I talking about? Well, I will get to that. But firstly, do you mind us answering a very simple question for me? The question is, which of these two upsell pages you think would convert higher? So there is one page which is, video led. So there is a video which explains the product, pitches the product and tries to close the sale. On the other hand, there is a text-based upsell page. So, all the features and benefits of the product are written on or are actually written on the page. Which of these two versions you think would convert better? So just let me tell you that they're selling the exact same product at the exact same price point. And they're also talking about the exact same features and benefits. Well, the truth is that there is no right answer. And that's because even if you say, well, it's going to be version A, well, because videos are in trend, they're conversational, they tend to convert better. The truth is that you are ultimately just guessing. And because your answer is based on guesswork, it may be right or it may be wrong. Because the problem with guesswork is that it's misleading. Well, misleading because you may have an incredible upsell offer in place, but, maybe people need some sort of a video to go ahead and buy that product through your upsell page, and that's not there. It's disappointing, well, because your results could be a lot better, but you've got to settle with what you're getting just because you don't have data to really back up your hypothesis. And of course, it's time wasting because you're still living with a version of the page which could have converted a lot higher if just certain elements were tweaked. So, well, now you can safely say goodbye to all the guesswork and open doors to infinite possibilities. What am I talking about here? Any guesses? Well, if you've guessed A/B testing, then it is the right answer, and I absolutely know this is actually the most the most awaited update for UpStroke as well as for Order Bumps, and well, tantana, it's finally here. So that's the reason why you should get really excited. Well, now let's just back up a little bit and understand what A/B testing is first off. So it's just presenting two versions of the same offer to your buyers and letting them decide which one they want to buy from. So you basically present two different versions of your upsell page and split your traffic, say 50-50 or 60-40, some sort of a ratio, and then based on the results you decide which of the two versions actually converts better, right? So here is an A/B test which was conducted, and a very tiny change actually led to a massive result. So there were these two pages, which were sort of A/B tested against each other. One did not have the salutation or the greeting, dear friend. The other one did. And can you guess which one actually converted better? So both the pages had exact same headline, subheadline, the content, the letter, the image, everything was same in both the pages, except just one small difference, which was the dear friend written right at the top. Well, turns out the page without dear friend actually converted about 28.8% better. So probably when they wrote dear friend, people weren't really getting pulled into the conversation. They knew that, it's just warm-up copy. You're just saying this to start the conversation. But when it started off with just saying, I quit my job on April 19, 2005, that kind of pulls people in. So, well, that could be an insight that you now have about the audience, which said yes to the page without the salutation and no to the page with the salutation. Well, so I'm sure that, you are convinced with the premise of A/B testing. You absolutely love the idea of putting up a B version of your offer in place, because why not? I mean, why just have one version when you can actually have two and find out for real what your audience wants? Because no amount of surveys can actually do justice to, really putting up an A/B test. Because no amount of surveys can compete with performing a real A/B test and letting your audience decide which version of the page, which version of the order bump copy they really want to buy from. So I'm sure that, you absolutely love the idea of being able to run an A/B test. But the problem is that the existing tools out there, they're really not suited to solve this problem. They were always designed to A/B test your sales pages and your landing pages and thank you pages and whatnot. But when it comes to, A/B testing your upsell pages, where there's a certain offer sequence in place, where the discounts show up dynamically, where, you have sort of a backend funnel in place and one offer after the other. In that sort of a scenario, well, these tools, they certainly fall flat on their face, because they were never designed to pull off a task like this. And also when it comes to testing out your order bumps on your checkout pages, again, that's a very dynamic element. So, testing one price of an order bump item against the other is something that, well, these tools just cannot do. It's out of their scope. So, well, because of which we created our own module for A/B testing, and we rigorously tested it. We made sure that the interface, is absolutely something that you will fall in love with, because it's really easy to set up an A/B test, and no longer A/B test is something which is reserved for the advanced players or, at the enterprise level. It really comes, we've given the power of A/B testing in the hands of small business owners like you and we. And now literally anyone can set up a quick A/B test and find out for real what their audience wants and get great insights about their buyers by conducting these A/B tests. Well, so that is A/B testing by Build Funnels. Now, just to give you a little, a little background, A/B testing will work in UpStroke as well as in order bumps. So there are so many things that you can actually, A/B test in one-click upsells as well as in order bumps. Let me show you what those elements are that you can A/B test. So these are just ideas, and again, your imagination really is the limit. You can really come up with your own hypothesis and go ahead and put it into test. So just a few things that you can A/B test in your one-click upsells. Number one is the offer price. So like I said, maybe the copy is brilliant, the product is brilliant, but maybe if you lower the discount a bit, they may buy, or if you raise the discount a bit, well, it may convert more. So that's what you can now find out, right? Then of course the product. So maybe you think product A complements their main purchase better, but turns out it's actually product B which complements it better. Again, test it out, find out, you've got your hypothesis there. So the product. Then, of course, your page copy, your page structure and design, the way your page looks. Again, VSL versus a text-based page, long form copy versus a short form copy. That's all that you can A/B test now. And then you've got your offer sequence. So, the way you present your offers, A, B, C, D versus B, C, A, D, so the way, which offer shows after which one. So that sequence also you can now A/B test. And of course, number of offers. So aggressive upselling versus sort of laid back upselling. So maybe, 4 or 5 offers versus just 1 or 2 offers, so that kind of, you can A/B test number of offers against each other. Not only that, now this is my absolute favorite part, because you can A/B test showing multiple upsell offers versus one single offer. So I'm sure you're aware that we have the multi-product add-on, which allows you to show multiple upsell offers on a single page. So, you can give them a choice, buy 3, get 2 free, or buy 1, get 1 free. So whether giving that kind of a choice in a list or grid format works out better, converts better, or just giving them one single offer converts better. So that's a great test case out there. Subscription-based products versus non-subscription-based products. So maybe you're selling one pack of detergent, right? And versus the B version is selling the same pack of detergent on a recurring basis and letting people turn on a subscription. And maybe you find out that, where you're selling the subscription, that B version converts better. So go ahead. That's a recurring income for you right there. Just go ahead and test it. It's completely risk-free, isn't it? Then discount and first subscription versus no discount at all. So that's again it's a brilliant test case. You can find out maybe you find out that, well, even if I do not offer discount, my offer still converts. So, well, go ahead and remove the discount. Why do you want your profitability to suffer? So you can run all those test cases. Then order bumps. Well, the item, of course, that you are cross-selling is an order bump. The copy or the content that you've written to convince people, those 4 or 5 magical lines with which you expect people to buy. So, and of course, then the price and the discount. So lowering the discount, raising the discount, so on and so forth. And one more thing which I haven't written here is that, so a lot of people who are getting fantastic results with order bumps are actually showing multiple order bumps on the checkout page. So so what they have set up is that they give people a choice between 2 or 3 order bumps. They can add any one of those to their order, to their cart, or maybe all of them as well. So you can also A/B test showing multiple order bumps on the checkout page versus showing just one single order bump. So, well, all those test cases are now possible with A/B testing by WooFunnels. And you'll notice, how different this is from using any other A/B testing solution out there, which is never designed for powering up these kind of use cases that are very, very specific, that are very customized. So, now, before I actually take you behind the scenes and show you the interface, which you're going to absolutely love, I am pretty sure about it, let's just talk about who is going to A/B test. So who is A/B testing for? Who is going to absolutely take this module away and set up their first A/B test right off the bat? So it's someone who is unwilling to settle for the results they are getting. Well, they know that, they can improve it further. Even if they are making like, let's say $100 or $50 with their upsell page, they know that, they don't want to blame their offer without really knowing the truth. They do not want to blame their price without really finding out from their audience. So they're unwilling to settle for the results they are getting. They know there's always room for making things better. They know that by tweaking a certain elements, things can improve. So, and they're those who want to have a finger on the pulse of their customers. They really want to get closer to knowing their customers, because the truth is that every A/B test, it takes you a step closer to your customers. It tells you a great deal of insights about them, which no amount of surveys can. So most importantly, they follow their curiosity. And well, here is the ultimate thing, because this PFCM and beyond, those who follow their curiosity will test more, and those who test more will convert more. So that's sort of our mantra: test more, convert more. So how do I set up my first A/B test? Well, thank you for asking this question, because now I will take you behind the scenes and I will show you the simple 3-step process that you can use to set up your first A/B test. So let's get going and let's explore more. Alright, so here we are. So this is the behind the scenes interface, and this is the experiments tab. This will be added once you have the A/B testing module. Well, then you can simply go on add new to start a new experiment. Let's just, and then you'll see 2 options here: one-click upsells and order bumps, right, for A/B testing. I've selected one-click upsells here. Press save and continue. And then you just fill some details about your original variant. So which is the funnel that you want to A/B test. Let's just select, alright, so, okay. So let's just select one funnel. I'm not able to select the rest because the experiment is already running. So you should know that if the experiment is already running on a certain funnel, you will not be able to select it and set it up for your for another A/B test. So you can just name your experiment and let's just call it test. You can add a description if you like. Of course, that's optional. And then you're going to create the experiment. Okay, so then you will see this interface right here. So here you've got 3 tabs: variants, analytics, and settings. In variants, you can basically add, another variant the next variant that you want to test it against. So you chose the original variant, which you wanted to run the A/B test on. Now it's time to choose the B version of that original variant. So here you've got 2 options. You can either duplicate the variant and then edit a few things and go on with it, or you can create a new variant from scratch. So let me show you what duplicate variant setting really looks like. So when you click on this, you will now see this option that says the duplicate variant has been successfully created, and I can configure the traffic. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to configure the traffic. Now here you have to decide, what percentage of traffic you want to send over to your original variant and what percentage to your duplicate variant. So you can make equal weight, and then what will happen is that 50-50% traffic will be allocated to both the variants. So let's just update it. Again, it's very step-by-step and very instructional, and things will keep showing up, and you just have to sort of keep selecting the options, and you're on your way to setting up your first A/B test. So now the copy has been created and 50% of traffic will be going to it. So now I've clicked on edit. So here again, you've got these 4 options. First one is rules. Now you should understand that rules will remain the same, right? Because of course, what's the point if you change the rules? The idea is to keep the rules the same. So the traffic should be coming from the same source, from the same main product purchase, and the rules shouldn't really change. What you should change here is that you can change the discount amount in the offer section. You can change the quantity if you like. And then, of course, all the other options, whatever you like, you can make your edits. Once you have changed the discount amount or the quantity or added shipping to it, just save the offer. You can also pop it into the design section and change the copy, the structure of the page. So remember, I talked about the elements that you can tweak. So one of them was the copy and the other one was the design and the structure of the page. So you can always change that as well. So let me just quickly show you. So this is the Elementor template that I have now uploaded, and so that's now that's opened up in the Elementor. You can change the design and structure of this page, however you want to do it. You can make some changes to the copy, to the content here. If you want a longer description, you can add. Maybe if you want to add some video demonstration of the product, just go ahead and do it. You can add video demonstration, right? So that's that. So those are the changes that you can easily configure into your duplicate variant. I don't know, why do I always call duplicate? Anyway. So that's that, and once that's done, you can then simply press start and your experiment will start running. So so that's it. Now it has started. It's it's just so easy, just 3-step process. So yay, your experiment has started, right? So that's how easy it is. You can pause it at any time you want, and you can make the edits that you would like to. Then you can go into the analytics section again. It's really easy to analyze the results. You will be able to see performance graphs and detailed performance for the running experiment. So you can see the total views, the total conversions, average revenue per visit, conversion rate, and total revenue. Well, that's like the consolidated performance of both the versions. Then in the graph section, you will see 2 graphs getting populated. Of course, right now the numbers haven't rolled in, but once they do, you will be able to see the graph for your A variant and for your B variant, and both on the same interface right here. So it'll be very easy for you to really analyze which of your variants is actually winning. And then when you go into the detailed performance section, then funnel wise, you will be able to see the results, the views, the conversion, revenue per visit, conversion rate, and total revenue. Now this is it is broken down variant wise. So based on what the numbers that you see here, the conversion rate, and here, you should be able to quickly assess the situation and really tell which one of the two is winning. Then you've got the option here to declare a winner. So let's just click this and let me show you how this looks. It's again really easy for you to choose winning variant. So let's say you decide that, for me, well, the copy is actually performing a lot better. So the changes I made are woohoo successful and this is performing better. So then you're going to click on choose winner and you're going to click declare winner. So once you declare winner, what will then happen is that your entire traffic, 100% of your traffic will start going to the winning variant, and the variant A will now be thrown out of the experiment, and variant B will be declared winner, and the test will stand completed. Well, so that is how simple it is to set up your first A/B test. If you're using UpStroke, well, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and get the A/B test module, because it's going to completely change the way you're doing upselling in your business. And if you're doing order bumps, so you're doing cross-selling with order bumps, again, it's really easy to set up A/B testing for order bumps as well. And there's so many amazing elements that you can now A/B test and find out for real what your customers really want. Alright, so that was it. To get more details on how to get A/B test module for UpStroke as well as for order bumps, please click on the link below. I have put the details in the description box below. I really look forward to seeing you doing a lot of A/B tests, especially before 2020 kicks in. So more power to you. Go ahead and do it right now. I will see you in my next video. That's me, Tavleen, and I will sign out now.